Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Muriel, this Nurse Muriel. To my oldies but goodies, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back. And to my new subscribers, hey, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for hitting that subscribe button. I'm Muriel, I'm a registered nurse. I'm a bachelor's prepared registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse for 5 years now. Prior to that, I was a licensed nurse. I was an LPN for 17 years and I was a CNA for about a year. On here, I just talk mainly about, it started off being about nursing, but I talk about my whole life now, y'all. I just talk about life, things going on in life. So I got my kids in the car. We just riding and handling some. Y'all know me. I'm going all of 3 places. I'm either going to the bank, I'm going to DD's, or I'm going out to eat. I need to just do something better in life, honestly. But those are basically the places we going right now. So I'm off today, y'all. I just found out that time goes forward tonight, and I gotta be to work in the morning, so I'm gonna lose an hour of sleep. So disappointed. Anyway, I want to talk to y'all about a video I watched. It's a nurse I watch on YouTube, Kendra R.N. I was watching one of her videos the other day. Y'all probably see me down in the comment section if you watch her videos. But she made a video about how hard it is right now in nursing and how she don't think there will be any nurses in the future, like little to no nurses. And y'all, when I say that video spoke to me, because I've been saying that ever since the pandemic came in, because I saw so many nurses getting to the money, getting them contracts, getting businesses started outside of bedside nursing, outside of healthcare altogether. I know nurses who have bought like those 18-wheelers, like 2 18-wheelers, and their husband or somebody in the family drive them. They start their own companies. I know nurses who have like what do you call those, aesthetic spas. I know nurses who do like IV infusions. They just do that. They're not working. If they're working the bedside, they're part-time, 2 days a week maybe. I know nurses who dropped the part-time because the money that they made traveling was enough to pay off so much of their debt that they don't have to work full-time anymore. And I'm just like, and then they're so like, it's saturated with new nurses. But what I have learned, what I have observed about nurses coming into the field now is they not taking this mess that like some, not me, because I ain't never used to take. Y'all know, like I say, I built my career off of calling in. For the first like 10 years of my nursing career, honey, I was a PRN part-time nurse. I would call out in a minute. I said every video, I always felt like I might have been ahead of my time, even though I'm a Gen X, y'all. I'm 46 years old. Child, I would work 4-hour shifts all week long if that's what it took to pay the bills. But if you ask me to come do a 12, I mean, I might come in there one day and do a 12, but every other shift that week gonna be 4 hours, 6 hours. Like, I'm always trying to break up a shift. Always was. But I just see so many nurses now who just talking about not being a nurse anymore, not wanting to be a nurse, myself included. No, you know what? I ain't gonna say that, because if I'm making what I'm making on YouTube in nursing, I probably still work part-time, because that's just more money. And for the health insurance, you know, I won't have to struggle with finding health insurance. I still would probably work 2 days a week. I'm not gonna lie to you. So many nurses don't want to be nurses anymore, and I'm just like, what? Like, so many are trying to get like non-bedside jobs. That who are the nurses going to be left at the bedside for real? Like Kendra was saying, she said she don't see people going to school for nursing, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Every time I turn around, it look like somebody want to be a nurse. It's so many people going to school for nursing. I feel like more people are going to school for nursing now than ever, because of that, I'm gonna call it the money grab that was going on in nursing during the pandemic. Like, everybody was showing these luxury lifestyles and stuff, and it made everybody want to go be a nurse. But what they're not knowing is, although you're coming out of nursing school and the money is good, even for a new grad, like a new grad LPN is coming out making more than what I made as a new grad RN. But the work is harder. The work is harder. Paperwork is more intense. And you're working with people calling out like, it's just a mess. But there are people out there being nurses, but they're not wanting to be nurses that work at the bedside. Like, they're not coming out wanting to be nurses at the bedside. They're finding every other type of healthcare job as a nurse besides working at the bedside. And the patients are getting sicker. Like, giving a nurse 6 med-surg or 4 PCU patients is equivalent to giving a nurse 8 med surge and 6 PCU patients because of all the comorbidities and, you know, the healthcare decline in this population. Like, we are just some unhealthy people, I myself included, very unhealthy. And it, you know, it's the truth. And it's like, you don't have the staff to work and you're jumping in. I think I said this years ago when I started YouTube, because I've been doing my YouTube channel now. It's been about 3 years, y'all. You know, my channel's still small. It is what it is. I know I didn't put it in the work, so I'm not gonna blame anybody but myself. I didn't put it in the work to make my channel any bigger than what it is. But this population of sick people in this, the sicknesses and the comorbidities is, it's like ridiculous. It's just like Nurse Kendra said, you go in, you think you're treating this one thing on this patient, but all the other comorbidities come into play, and now you're treating everything with this patient. Plus the patient is 300 pounds and they're incontinent and they can't move this part, and they had a stroke, and then this is going on and this is going on, and add to it the patient who's elderly and then has a wound, who has blood sugar checks. You got 1 PCT for the whole floor, so 3 out of your 6 patients are your total care patients. You got to do everything for them, plus still provide medication and care for your other 3 patients, because it's not like you can neglect them now because you're doing total care for the other 3. Like, it's a lot. And she was talking specifically about the hospital, so that's why I'm going to talk specifically about the hospital. She was saying how she came out and she was an ICU nurse because she only wanted to focus on those 2 patients, and then when she went into float pool, she started getting a taste of like med surge and stuff. And it, like, it's, and I say med surge and everybody look at med surge like ill, but this is going on med surge, on neuro, on ortho, on the cardiac floors, PC, progressive care units. Like, this is going on all the floors. These patients are having exacerbations of every diagnosis they have going on. And so, and the patients are heavy, and then some of the patients are mean, and like she said, the family member is not jumping in, they're just sitting there not doing anything to add into it. They're working counter productive to what you're doing. We're treating your family member because they came in blood sugars 900 plus. They just came out of ICU, they just came off an insulin drip, and when they're feeling a little better, you're bringing them a 3-piece Bojangles with a biscuit. Like, you, it's just. And so, yeah, I was listening to her video and I was like, I've been saying this. The patients are not the same as they were 20 years ago. Yeah, even in long-term care, y'all, the patients are not the same. When I started, we would have, in a group, say you were CNA and you got 13 patients on day shift, which back in the day when I started, it wasn't nothing for a CNA to have 15 patients on day shift. But say you have 13 patients on day shift. Back in my day, in a group of 13 patients on day shift, you would have at least 8 of them that can pretty much do, at least feed themselves, push their wheelchair. They may need assistance with transferring to the toilet, and then you may have the other 4 or 5 who were total care. But now if you got a group of 13 patients in long-term care, it's probably going to be about 9 of them that's total care. And so, when I say total care, and when I say total care, I mean they're going to be not total care, but they're going to be at least extensive assist. Like, you have to use the lift to get them out of bed. You'll have to transfer them to the toilet. They may be able to feed themselves, but you might have 2 of them that are G-tubes and 5 of them that you're monitoring the behaviors, because the behaviors is like, so yeah, it's even a lot in long-term care, y'all. The population has changed in long-term care to where you used to be your elderly grandmothers who, you know, like to go in activity and sit on the front porch, and you might have to assist them to the bathroom with their pull-ups on, to now it's like everybody's in briefs, everybody's incontinent, everybody has some type of hemiplegia from past strokes. Or you may have 20 patients if you're a nurse, and out of those 20 patients, 6 of them are blood sugars, when back in the day it may have been 2, you know. So it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. And the paperwork has doubled since when I became a nurse. Like, everybody thought going to electronic charting, it was going to be so much easier. But it's like, now that you got electronic charting, where you just would have put a progress note down on paper, now you got to put a progress note here, and then you got to add the values of this in here, and then you got to do this reporting here. Like, doing it on the computer, it seems like it's giving you more work, because you got to make sure all these tabs are filled in, and then you go to the next tab and you got to put this where you just put it here, but now we still want you to put it on paper somewhere, you know. So it's just it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. And so like Kendra was saying, girls are going out to be nail techs. They're going to, you know, doing hair. Like I used to always say, I wish I knew how to do hair. Because let me tell y'all, these beauticians out here making more than nurse. Y'all sit here. If you can install somebody's wig, and you installing one wig and you charging $150, you install 3 wigs, because it don't take long to install a wig. What takes the longest is styling the wig. If you install 3 wigs and at $150 a wig, you just made, what's that, $400? $450 in one day. They're charging $250 to braid hair. If you braid 2 people hair a day, say it's a 10-hour, it's a 5-hour braid. I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Well, let me off.
Oh, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. So if you're installing, you're doing 2 10-hour braids and it's $250, you just made $500 that day. So yeah, they do 2 braids a day. Like they could do 1 head a day and they made $250. They do say they do a braid down that's $250, and then they do another one that's like, you know, sometimes I go get little simple braid styles that could take maybe like 2 hours or 3 hours. They do 2 of them. They charge $125 a piece. They just made them $500 in a day. You know, they could work 3 days. A good braider is steady getting calls. They have 3 good days of making $500. They just made $1,500 a week. And they could do that in the comfort of their home. Y'all talk about going to people's houses to get your hair. The hair braided, but let me tell you, you know how much they saving on overhead? You know how much they saving on overhead by doing your hair in their house. And do you know how much they probably killing it in taxes? Because where's the proof that they making this money? So they probably making all this money and getting a good refund on taxes, because they ain't claiming all that money. They claiming just enough to get them a refund, because they got some dependents to back it up. But I'm telling y'all, it's like she said, it like I said, I see a lot of people going to school for nursing. In the community that I grew up in, where I live, everybody seems like they're going to school for a nurse. I ain't never see so many people becoming a nurse, but that's it about nursing. So y'all know I started my bank account. Hasn't even been a full 30 days, y'all. It hasn't been 3 weeks. And remember I told y'all it had a good API. So I started my bank account approximately 3 weeks ago. And y'all look, I'm gonna put a little screenshot up here of how much interest I earned already. So y'all see that I earned $5.08 already on interest. And y'all can see in my videos, I just go and deposit more money. The more you have in there, the more you earn. It's almost like a game to me to see when I can get to where I'm earning like $40, $50 to $100. So while YouTube, yes, I'm waiting on YouTube to blow up so I can start, you know, getting a little change with YouTube. I'm also excited every time I go make another deposit into this bank, into this business account, and see this interest growing, because I ain't gonna stop till I'm getting at least 100 or better in interest. In interest payments from this bank. Ain't nothing better than having another institution give you their money. Anyway, y'all, so this is gonna be a short one here. I'm probably just gonna take Rez to go ahead and get his hair cut. He's out of school today for the teach school holiday, and I might run through, if I do go to DD's, my flooring came, so I want to go ahead and finish my sun floor, and I'll show y'all that when it's done. I looked at it, and there's some little tweaks I really kind of want to make to it. Like these little areas like this, glue them down. Almost done, but gotta take that brown thing, I don't even know what you call that, track or whatever, the nail track or whatever, up, sweep over there and get up under there, get that little piece right there. But it's almost done, y'all. It don't look bad, to be honest. I'm gonna put a little area rug right here, so this isn't even gonna show. This little part right here ain't even gonna show. But yeah, it don't look bad. See his knob he took off his door? I gotta put that back on. It took 3 boxes, y'all, to do his room. And I was going to use the rest of it and put it on my living room, in my closet. But I think I'm going to get a different color for my closet. I think I'm going to, I'm not going to do gray. Well, I may do gray, but I might look for, so this is, I don't even have a light in here, y'all. But this is my haul. This is vinyl plank that locks in place. See that dark color gray? I might do that color gray in my room. If I do gray, I was thinking about doing brown. But yeah, so it's not bad, y'all. Save me $1,000. Like I said, I'm going to put a big old area rug right here so the little imperfections here, they won't show. This is the area right here where I did real good. I kind of learned that you don't line them up. So if y'all can see, I was trying to line it up perfect here. And it doesn't look, it looks, I might go over and do it over. You're not supposed to have them just lined up perfect. Y'all see how it's more of an uneven pattern here? That's how it should be. And I realized that when I got towards the end. And I started doing it more uneven. But y'all, this is the peeling stick, so. Do it because I was lining the tiles up like directly the same way each time I laid it. But when you're doing like laying tile, not tile, but when you're laying like flooring or whatever, you should have it a little different. Like you shouldn't have it, I don't know how to explain it. I'll show it to y'all what I'm talking about. But I'm probably going to tweak his flooring a little just to make it look a little more professionally done. And then I see some spaces where the edges don't meet perfectly like I would like it to, so I'm gonna change it up a little bit, and I'll show y'all the results of that. My closet hook thing, it is holding strong still, so I tried to go and put some more up the other day and it just would not stay, so I might send those other 2 rails back to Amazon and get my money back. One of my subscribers, she suggested the stuff I do to fill in those holes in my closet, so I'm gonna get that stuff and fill those holes in because it looked like somebody was playing darts on my closet wall with all them holes in there. And then I made more holes trying to fix the holes that was trying to put up okay, I made more holes trying to put up the rest of the rack, so it just looks even worse. But anyway, I will talk to y'all on the next one. Sorry this one is so short, but it's just a little spur of the moment. All I'm doing this weekend is working, and we are prohibited from recording on the job site, so I can never record. We can't even record. It don't matter if you don't show anything breaking HIPAA. We signed agreeing that we won't even record on the premises, so that's why I never record from that job. But I will talk to you guys later. Let me make this deposit. Bye.